welcome to my first video. I'm so excited to be filming this for you today. I'm sharing with you how I decluttered and tidied up my life. So I took some videos as I went through the process, talked about some of the things I did, and at the end I showed some of my organizational techniques. I'm also going to be inserting some before and after pictures so you guys could see my true progress. Honestly, it was messy. My room was a mess. I had a lot of stuff, and maybe you can relate, maybe you can't, but I thought I'd include before and after so you could see the true progress and everything that happened throughout this process. So I have some clips. I'll insert some videos, some pictures obviously, and then I read the book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. So she teaches a lot of different techniques and methodology to clean your room. So I use that as inspiration, as kind of a guideline, because I always deep clean, but I wanted to do it different this time. And so I'll also be sharing some of my key takeaways from that book throughout the process. And at the end of the video, I'll share some more just sort of as like a wrap up and my looking back what I thought. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it. It's obviously my first video, so the more information and the better I can make these for you in the future would be awesome. So I'm gonna start inserting the clips now, and then I'll come back and wrap it up at the end. Okay, step one is complete. So I took all of my clothes, literally out of every drawer, closet, anywhere I have clothes, and laid them out on the floor, which is a little overwhelming to look at. But this is the first step that she recommends doing, and I've also categorized it. So like right over here, we have tops, sweaters and sweatshirts, dresses are back there, and bottoms. So I've done what she has said to do, overwhelming, but now I'm gonna go piece by piece, decide what sparks joy and what does not. Here is all the stuff I will be donating. If you've ever seen the meme that says Marie Kondo made me throw out everything I own, they're not wrong. I'm done cleaning. I feel so refreshed. I'm taking the rest of my things to Goodwill today, but I wanted to show you guys some live footage of the organizational things I used and sort of the inside of my drawers, and then I'll also include the after pictures like I said. So I'm gonna show you some of that now. So inside my closet, I saved some hangers. So I got rid of a lot of things that were hanging up, and I moved a lot of it to the drawers. That was a recommendation from the book. But I did save some hangers just because you never know when you're gonna need an extra hanger, and I didn't want to have to repurchase all of them. But I did get rid of most of them, and then the top is now just storage. I put bags inside of bags, so that helps a lot with the duffels and the purses. And then this is what I wanted to show you. I got these bins from Target. They were only like 15 bucks, so super inexpensive, and I'll take those stickers off and label it. But it worked out really great for my sweaters, some of my sweatpants, and then all of my shoes. And the nice thing is the shoes are categorized by like heels, sandals, flats, things I could wear to work, so it'll be really easy to know what I'm looking for. And I like that they're clear because I know exactly what drawer and where to start looking. Okay, so I'm not sure if I got a before picture of the inside of my wardrobe, but the top shelf used to be full of t-shirts, and then the bottom shelf was a bunch of hair stuff and things like that. So I've switched it. I have all of my hair stuff on the top shelf, as well as like travel size products that I'll be using a lot for work. And then I have a bunch of hair stuff in that container, like scrunchies, headbands, and then my perfume and my hats. So it looks a lot cleaner. And then these bins are from Target as well. They have a teal color that I actually have in this drawer, storing all of my socks nice and neat. And then they also had, I think, like a gray brown color. So those work out really well because it helps me organize the things up there, and when you open the doors, it looks a lot nicer. Example of the inside of my drawers. So this is the Marie Kondo way of folding, where everything is standing up and you could see it all. Not only can you see it all, that's obviously a perk, but this drawer alone used to take up 2 drawers in this wardrobe. And so I significantly reduced what was in here just by folding it this way. So it helps a ton if you do this. So I wanted to share how I organize my makeup. I get a lot of questions about this, and I'm actually re-recording this clip because I couldn't seem to make my first one fit in the little like time limit I was trying to set for myself. So this is how I organize my makeup. All of these are acrylic makeup containers from the Container Store. They're kind of old, so I'll see if I could find them online, or maybe find something on Amazon if you want to get some and just ship it to your house. But they're like super nice. So over here I have the lipstick holders. These are really, really easy to see what type of lipstick you're looking for. And then also, like, for the ones in these black tubes, I could just flip it over and check the shade to see if it's the one I want. And then the acrylic brush holders are really nice. I have like face brushes here and then eye brushes there. So super easy to grab and just start using what I need. And then over here, I have the acrylic sets for everything else. So all my liquids, all of my mascaras, eyeliners, all of those types of things. And then here is like brush, bronzer, and face powder. Excuse my bad nail polish. And then here is like eyeshadow and things like that. And so this is actually just like a regular school desk that I sort of like transformed into a vanity for myself. It works really well, and these acrylic containers make it super easy to store everything and kind of like turn this into a makeshift vanity. So I get a lot of questions about that, so there it is. This is how I do it, and it works really well for me. It's easy to apply my makeup every day, and it does feel a little bit more glam than like pulling out of a bag, which I like. On the topic of the acrylic sets, I actually have another set in my bathroom as well. So I use it to store all of my skincare that I use pretty much daily. Some of it I don't use daily, but it's stuff that's used more frequently. I leave on top for easy access. And then this little divider, it's like a 3-way divider. I keep all my hair stuff in here, bobby pins, clips, hair ties, all of that, and then cotton rounds, which I use when I apply my toner, and then Q-tips, which is getting low. I need to restock. But I like having this just on the top because it's like super easy access to everything on a day-to-day basis, but it looks a little bit more organized and neat. Okay, so hopefully you found some of those clips helpful and they gave you an idea of what I did and what you can do. Maybe they inspired you to get started. But now I just want to share a few key takeaways from my experience that you could take with you as you declutter and clean your life. So the first thing is timing. Marie Kondo talks about not doing it little by little, but instead making it one big project and getting it done at once. I would agree with her. I spent maybe 3 half days, so you could probably do it in 2 full days. But I went through everything, every single item I own, and then that also gave me time to take things to Goodwill and donate items. That way they're not just sitting in my room waiting for something to happen with them. So I got the whole project done in a span of 2 to 3 days. And so if you set aside that time too, you could get it done and out of the way, and then you don't have to worry about it. Second is how you go about sorting and organizing and going through things. So I used to go section by section. I would do my closet and then my dresser, then my desk and everything like that, and just work through my room. But she recommends doing it in categories. So all of your clothing, whether it's in your closet, in a dresser, in a different closet in your house, not even in your room, wherever it may be, get all of your clothing, go through that, and then all of your makeup, all of your books, papers, etc. And I think this helped for a couple of reasons. One, I realized how much I had in one category, so I was more likely to get rid of things in that specific category. And then 2, it kind of helped reorganize, make things feel fresh. Usually if I went through my closet, I'd put those same items back in my closet. But now I've moved them around, moved them in a drawer, switched what drawer they're in, things like that. And I don't typically do that when I do clean. So that really helped me. Also, I think it helped with motivation, because usually, let's say I start with my closet, by the time I get to my very last dresser drawer, I'm just so done with doing clothes because I maybe did some makeup or product in between. But because I only focused on clothes, I didn't really lose the motivation to keep going through clothes. And now the big thing she talks about, Marie Kondo talks all about keeping things because they spark joy in your life. And that was a really hard one for me to do. I don't think I held up a piece of clothing and was like, this sparked joy. That didn't happen to me. I didn't have an aha moment. So I kind of did the rule of thumb: if I even considered getting rid of it, then it clearly doesn't make me very happy. I don't love it. There's a part of me that deep down, it's not my favorite item, and so it must not be sparking joy. So if I even considered getting rid of an item, then I just went ahead and got rid of an item. She does give really good tips though when it comes to gifts, sentimental items, books, papers, things like that. And so I tried to incorporate that a little bit more, got rid of papers and statements from 2014 that I don't need. So shredded those, got them out of my room. So she does give good advice there, and sparking joy did help me. I did get rid of a lot more than I ever have, but it is kind of a hard concept to wrap your mind around. But I do think that the way she talks about it in her book helped me get rid of more. So my last thing and my final piece of advice that I received actually from Marie Kondo is to create a vision of what you want your room and your space to look like before you start cleaning. And so you might not have a perfect vision of every category of your room, but I'm sure there are areas that you could envision what you want. So for me, that was my closet and the top of my dresser and nightstand. So in my closet, it was overflowing, filled to a brim. You could barely move the clothes back and forth. And my dresser and nightstand were just cluttered with stuff. They were just collecting things as I brought them in my room. So for me, I made sure those 2 things were clear. They looked completely different than when they started. And that to me was a huge change and a huge improvement that I know is gonna make me happy. Thank you so much for watching my first video. I really appreciate it, and I hope it did help you when it comes to cleaning and decluttering and tidying up your life. I hope that visually seeing it is helpful to go along with my blog post. So you could still check out my blog post at megmatable.com. You could subscribe there if you want to be updated of weekly posts, anything like that. And then you could also subscribe or follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel, whatever platform you're coming from if you want to keep seeing videos to enhance your learning. So thank you guys so much for watching today, and hopefully I'll make another video soon.